The first study we looked at actually compared the woody riparian community with other communities in Texas that differed in respect to the tidal zone, the river flow, and in elevation. And what they found out was actually that all these effects, all these factors had a huge effect on the distribution or pattern of the colonizing species. The second study we read about was they found out that the woody plant encroachment reduces the amount of habitat available to the herbaceous species while fragmenting their remaining habitat, and that there was a habitat loss of herbaceous species that had a significant impact on the species richness over a short time span. And the last study we looked at was actually done in a forest reservoir in north central Nigeria, where the woody species plant composition and diversity was observed, and they found out that the overall species diversity was significantly higher inside the forest reservoir, where there was less leveling of the field versus then outside the reservoir, where there was more field leveling. And then we also used the University of Houston Coastal Center website, and iNaturalist.org to identify the different woody species we found. Okay, and for the hypothesis, our hypothesis was that the succession of woody species is going to increase with a decrease in location leveling. So we start to see an increase in woody species diversity and quantity in locations that have not been leveled so oftenly. The purpose. So the purpose of this study was to identify the effects that different grass leveling had on the diversity and the quantity of woody species in 3 different locations at the University of Houston Coastal Center. So our first location was actually a field that had been freshly mowed. Our second location was a field that had not been mowed for more than 5 years. And our last location was a field that has not been mowed for more than 10 years.